By the way, my wife normally drops me off at this door, but this morning I asked her to drop me off down over here because I was going to vlog. I wanted to be able to talk and get that shot. My wife was like, what, you too embarrassed for your wife to drop you off at the door? I have to go down the street a little bit. What, are we in the 8th grade again? No, honey, I'm just trying to vlog. That's all I'm trying to do. Today is Monday. Today is Tuesday.
Hump day.
Today is Thursday. It's Friday. My ride's here. So this is week 1 of round 2. So this is pretty much identical to what I just went through the first 3 weeks. We're just doing it all again. And it's kind of like when you watch a movie that you've seen before, but it's been a minute. Like you kind of know what's going to happen, but there's a few things that maybe you forgot. It's like, oh yeah, that part's in there. And then there's other like little nuances that when you watch the movie the second time, you pick up on that you didn't necessarily pick up on the first time. That's kind of what this experience has been like as far as going through this first week where I'm in the treatment center every single day, all day. But this is my second time to do that. So one thing that I'm remembering again is just that constant taste of medicine in your mouth. There's just something about the chemo where I've always heard people say that you can taste it, and I forgot about that. But this is only day 2, and I can already it's just this constant kind of metallic taste in your mouth. My wife even says that when I get in the car, I smell like medicine. All right, how bad do I smell like medicine?
Not as bad as yesterday.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how was yesterday?
Yesterday was probably a 10.
Wow. At the very beginning of this part of the round, I start with doing some blood work, and I also go and see my oncologist, and we just kind of make sure, how are we doing? Are we on pace and all that kind of stuff, and see what the blood work says and all that. And so the very beginning of the week, I did that, and they said my blood work actually was really, really good, that I had made a full recovery from the first round. And now I'm here, I am starting the second round. In fact, they said my blood work looked better going into this round than it looked like when I went into the very first round when all this started. I've used the bathroom so many times today. When they put me through all those fluids, they gotta go somewhere. A lot. So the $1 million question for me is okay, so I've done round 1 and I know what that experience is like. And as far as the week 1 where you get all the treatments, and then afterwards when the steroids wear off, that you start feeling very exhausted. But then towards the end of the round, when you get to the middle of week 2 and into week 3, you can start doing some normal things. So is round 2 and round 3 going to be the same, or is it because as you get further and further into the rounds, it's kind of like if you're in a fight, the first couple of punches you can take them, but after a while you may not be able to take those punches as well because you're wearing down. So I was glad to talk to my oncologist and to learn that basically what happened in round 1 is a pretty good indicator of how I'm going to be in round 2 and in round 3, as far as am I going to feel sick? Am I going to feel nauseous? How are foods going to taste? So that was encouraging. I mean, seriously, all the time. Sleeping is interesting. One thing that I'm remembering is that the week that I'm in the treatment center every day, all day, they keep the access for my port, they keep it attached, and it's, they just tape it up, which means that I can't sleep on my stomach. I normally sleep on my stomach, but this week I have to sleep on my back, which makes things a little more difficult. And because I'm taking naps throughout the day or sleeping in the treatment center, and then you combine that with the steroids that they give me, it really messes with your sleeping schedule. It's 4:30. So I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to treat this like an endurance game. This for me is, I just need to get through it. It's 3 rounds, 3 weeks apiece, 9 weeks. There was that bye week in there, so maybe 10 weeks. And so my focus every single day is just to get up and to get through it. And obviously there's a chance that by the end of all this, they do some CT scans and they realize, oh, that didn't work, or we didn't get it, or we need to do a little bit more. There's always that chance, but all of my doctors and everyone that I talk to seem pretty highly optimistic that these 3 rounds, these 9 or 10 weeks is going to do it. And so I'm going to focus on that. I'm not going to worry about if this doesn't fix it or if there's going to be more. I heard a statistic that only 10% of the things that you worry about actually come true. And so why are we wasting energy on this other 90% of these things that we worry about that never come to pass? So right now, I'm just going to focus on, I need to get through this. I need to wake up every single day and do what I need to do to get to the end of the day.